I guess today we've just been reminded that the thought of Joe Biden is better than the actual Joe Biden, isn't it? Because he's just held the first press conference of his presidency, and he's lucky that expectations were quite low, because that's probably the only reason he's going to get away with the gaffes that we saw in that press conference. He lost his train of thought. He frequently consulted his notes to jog his memory. There were times where he just went completely silent.
So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done.
Yeah. It's been suggested that there was real concern amongst his aides that he was really going to stuff this thing up really badly. So he held out for 64 days, and that's the longest that any modern president has gone before giving a press conference. He apparently studied for days. Aides gave him notes to study overnight. He held a practice session earlier in the week, but he didn't really need to do that, did he? Because he was hardly subjected to tough questioning. I mean, there were no real questions about the pandemic or the current spate of anti-Asian violence going on in the US. In fact, have a listen to this question. The journo, we feel, makes a totally legitimate point in what she's saying, but it is winding people up for apparently betraying her true feelings about Biden.
You've said over and over again that immigrants shouldn't come to this country right now. This isn't the time to come. That message is not being received. Instead, the perception of you that got you elected as a moral, decent man is the reason why a lot of immigrants are coming to this country and entrusting you with unaccompanied minors. How do you resolve that tension?
So she pretty much called him a moral, decent man, even if she just said that was the perception of him. You could not have had a greater contrast, I reckon, in the way that the media treated Biden if you had a look at the way that the media treated Trump. To be fair, a lot of that was Trump's own fault for being as combative as he was. But given the long-running claims that the media were unfair on Trump and that there was a witch hunt, this press conference was as much of a test for the media as it was for Joe Biden. And quite frankly, you'd have to say that neither of them impressed.
Nothing but sport. Join Darcy Waldegrave on the biggest hour of sport. It's Sports Talk, 7 to 8 p.m. Tuesday to Friday. Opinion and interviews. All the sport you can handle. Listen and follow on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts. News Talk ZB.